Anyway, well, I'm going to do my video now here on my DDD deck. I know, there's a TV in the background, but yeah, don't have a personal room where I can do this, so yeah. Well, here is my DDD deck. I got the cards I needed from the other pack to complete it, and also from the Mega Tin. So here they are, and that. Let's see here. First, I'm going to go over my deck. So, of course, some things are the same. You want to run 3 Swirl Slime because this card is really what you use to fusion summon. And not only that, but he can just summon DDs from your hand. That really comes if you want to bring out like a triple D or that, or something else. Next is Necro Slime. He's good because you can banish him in the graveyard to perform a fusion summon, which really comes in handy when you got nothing on your field or in your hand. Next, I run 2 Double D Performet. It has the ability to change DD levels, which really comes in handy. And that next, I run 3 Kepler because of his normal summoning effect to add dark contracts to hand and that. And then I run 3 of King Abyss Ragnarok because of his effect to banish monsters, and you really want to use him to bring out the Xyz. And that. Next, I run 2 DD Saving Thomas because he can add Kepler back to your hand from the extra deck, and not only that, but he can special summon triple D from your deck. So yeah, that comes in real handy. Next, I run 2 Leonidas because if I have the Dark Contract out and I don't got my Fusion out, then this could help me. Next, I run 1 Spear Karibo because of his effect to make him go in defense. Then Rainbow Karibo, just negate an attack and make it so they can attack. That's it for monsters. So then I run 3 Dark Contract with Gates because, you want to add stuff to your hand. Then I run 1 Forbidden Dark Contract with the Swamp King. This is one of the newer cards. It's basically an advanced version of Contract with the Swamp King because this card deals you 2,000 points of damage. So that means you gain 2,000 life points with the fusion. But also with this, you can special summon a triple D from your hand in defense mode. It's true it loses its effects, but this can be used to special summon like Ragnarok in order to make it for the Xyz summoning. And also, this can only use monsters on your hand or on your field. And it's true you have to use a triple D, it says, to fusion summon, but if you don't use the first effect, then you can use whatever you want in your hand. Next is 1 Dark Contract with the Swamp King because it uses monsters in your hand, field that you can banish from your graveyard to perform fusion summon. That really comes in handy. Next, I run 1 Galaxy Cyclone. And that's Swords Revealing Light to protect myself, a Gold Sarcophagus to search out stuff, and a Book of Moon. Really stuff to protect myself, destroy other stuff, and search. That's it for my spells. Then for my traps, I run 2 Triple D Human Resources. This makes it so if I don't have a good hand, I can search out for 2 other DDs. Like I can add Swirl Slime and Necro Slime to my hand to fusion summon or that. Okay, then I run 2 Triple D Contract Change because this allows me to add Kepler to hand and also can make your opponent kill themselves in that. 2 Contract Laundering because if you don't have your fusion out, you can get rid of the contracts to draw cards and gain life points. 1 is Dark Contract with Errors because, some decks you want to negate trap cards because, you're attacking, and if their traps goes off, you can't do nothing. Next 1 contract with the witch because it can increase their attack points, and then by getting rid of a card, you can pop cards. Times Ace Trample. This card is really good because it says you lose 1,000 life points, so it's not paying for a cost. Back in my previous video, I had the Spiritual Swords of Light. It said you had to pay, so yeah. But since this says lose, it's technically taking effect damage, so you gain life points instead. Then Trample with Spikes, Threatening Roar, and Call of the Haunted. That's my main deck. I went through a lot of effort to improve it. And that now time for my extra deck, and it took me some time. First off is the most broken card for Triple D's. Triple D Duo Don King Kali Yuga. I looked at the anime, and this is how you say it. He can negate all card effects when you Xyz summon him, and then he can pop your opponent's row and your row. Like, say your field is full of dark contracts, you can pop it, and then you can set one using his effect. I love this card. It's gotten me out of a lot of jams and that stuff. But this is just one of the things. And also from the anime, I think they're going to be making a Triple D Xyz Pendulum. It's just a theory. Next, I was able to finally get a hold of Oblivion King Caesar Ragnarok. He can equip one of your opponent's monsters to him and then increase its attack by his own. That's just broken. However, against this one deck where he used like baby raccoons and then number 64 to special summon tokens, he powered up the token with this guy's attack points and killed me, and then I killed him because I was nearly about to kill him with this. Next, from the new Megaton, I run 2 of Triple D Flame King Genghis, because like he is part of a combo to fusion, synchro, and Xyz on one turn. But what he can do is if you special summon a Triple D, then you can special summon a DD from your graveyard, so that can improve Ragnarok or that. And also, if he's destroyed, you got a Dark Contract back to your hand. Then of course I would run 3, but I only have 2 of Oracle King D'Arc to increase your life points. And then I know the tuner has not been made yet, but when the stretcher deck comes out, there's going to be 2 tuners, so that will really. So I have this ready for it. Triple D Gus King Alexander, because if you special summon Triple D, then you can special summon a level 4 lower DD from your graveyard. And that. So yeah. And then Clearwing Synchro Dragon. It took me a lot of effort to get this, but I was able to finally pull it out of a pack. So yeah. Yeah, when the tuners are made, it will be able to be playable, but until then it's just gonna sit in my extra deck. Then of course 2 Triple D Wave King Caesar, because of his effect to bring out Triple D's, it's true you take 1,000 points of damage, but if one of them is fusion, it's increased, and if he's sent to the graveyard, you can add Dark Contract to your hand. Well, guys, this is my improved version. It took me a lot of time and effort. Ever since I made this, I have been doing pretty damn good. And that, I'm not perfect, though, because there are decks out there that can totally beat this like it's nothing, though. I know. I make my decks how I make them. I try to make them as good as I can with my limited resources. And that, I think that even if you are not like one of the guys who could win nationals pretty easily, you should still make decks and try, because the reason that the pros have them is because they either copied someone, but the person they copied it from had to start from an idea. So try what you think is, what idea you believe is correct, and try to make a deck that satisfies you.